without further ado, we've got another women's matchup. It's at 115 pounds, the strawweight division. We got Karolina Kowalkiewicz on the strength of a 3-fight win streak, taking on Diana Belbita here. And this is an interesting fight, Rich, because, again, we've got a much younger fighter in Belbita, and she's a lot less proven in terms of her UFC fight. She hasn't fought the same level of competition. She hasn't been on that same elite tier. She doesn't train with an American top team, but she does train with one of the best teams in Canada. Crew Allen, the House of Champions. It's probably the best Canadian gym right now. They got Mike Malott training there. I believe my guy Chad and Hellinger's passed through there. A lot of really good Canadians in terms of, maybe not the best country for MMA, but like all the ones that are producing, a lot of them are coming out of Crew Allen's gym. So I think he deserves a lot of credit for that. He does some development of Canadian fighters at a pretty high level. And Diana Belbita has some of the tools you'd look for, right? She's a very long girl. She's rangy. She's not that afraid of getting hit. We've seen a couple fights where she kind of folded up shop, but she's had other fights where she's absorbed a ton of damage and kept coming forward, kept throwing. So for me, her optics aren't great. These two women have the same record, but one of them is significantly younger. So I do have a feeling like Belbita split decision is a live outcome here. Karolina's on a 3-fight win streak, but what is her motivation to continue? Is she going to fight for a title? Is she going to, move her way up in the weight class? Maybe, but I don't see it going past like 1 or 2 more wins. I feel like they will put her against, a increasing level of difficulty. So I like the fact she's training at American Top Team. I think she's got some redeeming qualities, but for me, the age is something that could always fall out from underneath at any point. In the women's divisions, I find it's a little bit less impactful than in the men's divisions at times. The knockout threat is not necessarily there as much, and I don't think Belbita is much of a knockout threat. But I do just think of a girl like Karolina as being a very fan favorite type fighter. I think she's going to get a lot of public support here. And I think Belbita is a girl that the UFC would like for her to eventually put it together. She's marketable on social media. She gets a lot of interaction, and she's way younger. So if, you have 2 girls with the same record, but one of them's 10 years younger, there's one girl that could have 10 more fights with the company, 20 more fights with the company, and there's one girl that can't and probably won't. So for me, that's the danger in this fight, but I have to ever so slightly, I think, lean with Belbita for the youth. It's a tricky one for me, though, and I don't feel bullish about this. What do you think, Rich?
Yeah, I think it could get dicey at times, but I think Karolina likely wins the decision, man. And I think she's the more marketable one than Belbita. I know Belbita's prevalent on Twitter and Instagram, having banter with Ben Davis. I remember back in the day, MMA Twitter knows Belbita, but she's a shit fighter, man, and she never improves. I know she moved camp. She's at that Canadian team now, but she's just the same stupid shit, man. She just wants to throw her 1-2s, put her head down, and see what happens. And on the other side, I think Karolina's marketable. She's pretty. She's Polish, so she's good for that market. And she's from a good camp, man. ATT. I think she'll have a good game plan. It is concerning she's had 1 fight out the door. She is 37 and the rest of it. But I think the takedowns are going to come easy, man. Even if she doesn't even mean to take Belbita down. Belbita's fought the likes of Maria
Classic
Oliveira.
Accidental takedown in women's MMA.
Bro. When she fought Maria Oliveira, and Oliveira was literally just falling onto her, and she was like laying on her back for like a 4 minute before she even decided to get up. Imagine betting Belbita and she does that shit in this fight. I can't do it. And I don't feel comfortable taking the line on Karolina either. So it is a pass from me, but I think Karolina should get it done, man. Just because of the optics, I think she is going to get some top time, whether she wants it or not. Belbita is going to give it to her. So, Karolina for me, man.
Yeah, and I could see it for sure. The thing that I don't like is that she's on a 3-fight win streak here, where I almost feel like it could make her a little bit more complacent, a little bit more. I do think she's got some confidence and some momentum, but I just feel like this is a kind of trap fight